Hey everybody, Jay Roberts, UV Product Manager for Roland DGA. Today we're going to be going through the setup for the RotaryRack. Now, this works for either the XL or XXL in this case, and it works for either any of the 3 series printers that we have, the LEC2-S series flatbed printers, the CO flatbed printers, and the new COI printers. Now, so take a look. What we're going to do is go through some setup on the brackets, how to install it, make sure it's set up properly, how to take a look at some of the mechanisms, how to set the bottle or product in place correctly, and then we'll briefly take a look at the software. As always, if there's any information that is needed, take a look at our website, our support, RolandDGA.com. Also take a look at Roland TV. I know Kit's put on some amazing videos which apply to our flatbed on the LEF series, but it really is crucial to understand that the mechanisms are the same as far as spreading the brackets and such, so that information is great. Take a look at those videos as well. So sit back, take a watch, and we'll see you soon. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at loading it onto the bed. Once we get it put together, what we're going to do is we're going to slide it to the back, and that way we're going to affix it to the channels that help it go forwards and backwards and up and down. Now, first thing we want to do is make sure that our brackets are securely tightened in the back. So if you notice, we have the brackets that are fixed to the top. They're down here on the first left. That has the side brackets and it is fixed to the top. On the other side, you're going to note the same type of brackets, a little different configuration, but it's the same type of brackets for the secure to the gantry. Now, on the left and both right-hand sides, you're going to have this arm that affixes. These are 4 channel bolts that will go up and down. They are like rotaries. They will go all the way up and then all the way down. It allows it to go up and down for smaller and larger objects. That sits securely into those channels. What I'll show you now is when you loosen those bolts, you're going to be able to move that bracket into place. Now, when you fix it, you're going to tighten the left side and you're going to tighten the right side so that both channels are securely fastened on each side. This will allow for the movement both forwards and up and down the channels. Now, one thing that we need to do is we loosen both sides of the bracket. We're going to move the entire mechanism forward. This is going to allow for the alignment of each object in different places. Now, if you notice that we have different grooves and things and different notches, this will allow us to kind of come back to that and give us a reference point to some larger objects. And as we see here in the front, what it's going to do is we're going to be able to rotate it forwards or backwards. This is the alignment to the print area. So obviously here is what we're looking at. We've already done our alignments to the height of the bottle using our height mechanism. Now we're going to align it to the actual print heads, to the center of the print heads. So we line it up, this object that comes in with the tool, and we're going to line it up so that it is parallel to the printing channel. That's directly down the middle of the path of the object. Along that way, we have the best quality for CMYK white printing. Now, what I'm showing you here is that you can spread or widen those gaps. So on larger objects, you will widen those rollers. On smaller objects, you'll be able to bring those rollers in so that it travels properly. Now, this obviously shows how the alignment is going to. Now, once we've completely done our alignment, then we'll fix that channel. So I've got my channel, I've got it lined up. I'm going to be able to lock in the back mechanisms as I'm pointing here. We're going to make sure those are tight on each side, both the left and the right. And then we can fix some guides. Those guides will allow us to make sure the product doesn't wobble, stays in place. We don't want it too tight, but we do want it to be snug so that the object doesn't rotate out of alignment. Once we've done that, we're pretty much ready to go. So a couple of takeaways when you receive the RotaryRack XXL or XL. Great documents that are in place in the box as far as how to set up. Don't be alarmed about a lot of the parts and a lot of the things, because We've supplied a lot of extra parts that are additional things. You may not need them for every product, but like I said, you know, sometimes the conical needs a little thing. Sometimes the adjustments. Sometimes you need to use the ring to tighten something down a little bit when you're using it. All of this has been made or manufactured so that you can kind of do lots of different products, but it doesn't come out of the box exactly like all of them. So that's why there's so many parts and such that included. So kind of to recap, what I think is the most important things that we have available for us is to make sure, you know, when you're tightening down the rack, when you're first putting your product on it, what I do first is I do my head height on the particular product, and then I align it to the center of the actual object, because that way then I can have the print being aligned. And so what I do is a lot of times is I'll take a look at my product, and if I'm going to do 3 or 4 different products, I'll measure and I'll take a record of what height they're at, and I'll just mentally write that down so that I could use that for every product. Then when I come and switch the product, all I'm going to be worrying about is centering it on that particular product. So I hope all that is great information for you. There's a lot to it, but you know what? It creates beautiful product. So I look forward to seeing some of your projects, and if there's any questions, please reach out to me, jroberts@rolandtga.com. Hope to see you soon. Talk to you later.